Okay, Faxe 10%. Already poured it because I started the review and I screwed up. The head was essentially about there for a while and then dissipated to this. I was going to do a video where I reviewed all the different beers from Faxe that are currently in my liquor store. They have about 5, I believe, different types of beer available that I can get hold of. But I didn't want to quite subject myself to that many Faxe brews in one night in one sitting, so I'll probably slowly go through all of them in the coming months. But we'll start with the real big dog of the group, the 10%, the extra strong ale. Actually it's a lager, I guess, but yeah, the Faxe extra strong anyway. So as you can see, it's sort of a light pale yellow. Probably looks more amberish on my camera. I'm going to take a smell now. Sort of a sweet, grainy smell. Not as strong as one would think with 10%. One would expect to smell sort of a winey kind of alcohol smell, but it's not present. I don't detect it at all, really. I have had this before, so I'm not surprised. But anyone first opening this can and trying to take a whiff will probably be pleasantly surprised that it's not some overpowering Colt 45 kind of smell, okay? And essentially that's what Faxe is. It's a European version of a malt liquor. Essentially it's a barley wine, but it doesn't really have any character or complexity that you'd find in, say, a Belgian barley wine or something like that. This is brewed to get you drunk. This is a mass-produced macro brew to get you drunk really quick. And so now let's take a taste. It's sweet. You can taste the alcohol, and it is quite sweet, but it's not a cloying sweetness. And the alcohol is not overly offensive. This beer, for being 10%, goes down remarkably smooth for what it is. It has a nice bitter aftertaste. I would not recommend drinking any more than maybe 2 cans of this and move on to something else. Please move on to something else, because you're going to throw up if you drink 3 or 4 cans of this. It has that kind of taste where you can, it's not exactly the greatest taste in the world, but it's something you can live with and you can put aside for 1 or 2 cans of beer. But if you drank more and more of this as the night went on, you would get pretty damn sick. And not just from the alcohol, just from the taste alone. It would eventually build up and make you throw up. But if you really wanted to cap off your night or start off your night, Faxe would be an okay way to do it. If you were intending on getting really, really drunk, Faxe would be a good way to get you started on your buzz. Like I said, it's not the greatest beer, but it's definitely better than Colt 45. For fuck's sakes, don't buy Colt 45, okay? If you want to get fucking wasted, get some Faxe. It's slightly, slightly more classy than Colt 45, if you can imagine that. I mean, oh my, a beer classier than Colt 45? Heaven forbid. But Faxe is probably it. Faxe extra strong. That being said, I'd only give it about a 2.5 out of 5. It's passable. It's not a great beer, but it gets a slight recommendation because it is very strong, but at the same time it's quite easy to drink for such a strong beer, so that's a plus. That's a plus. It's not something I'd buy every day, but if, say, you're a teenager who's trying to get beer legally, or whatever, you don't have a lot of cash on you, Faxe is a good way to get you out drunk with your buddies, quite frankly, and you could do a lot worse. You could be drinking Colt 45, dude, and no one wants that.